Hey guys, back again with another video, and this is actually a contest entry for NeroTM. She is doing a contest and the deadline is actually the 1st of December, so I'm leaving it kind of late, but I assure you I started this like weeks and weeks ago and I left it at like a halfway point and I got back to it like 2-3 days ago and I finished it. So I really like how this one turned out. I know I say that in a lot of videos, but I do really like how this turned out. I'm a big fan of like 3D art pieces. Now they're so difficult to get like images of. People who are good with cameras, you will have no problem getting good images of 3D artwork. I'm not a photographer. I like to think of myself as one on Instagram, but I am not a photographer and it just never seems to look as good when I take a photo as it does in real life. So I assure you that the colours are more vibrant and stuff in real life, and it's just, yeah, but it's definitely one of my favourite pieces to date. And it reminds me a lot of my terrible googly eyes piece, or Where the Wild Things piece is, whatever you want to call it, that I done in college, because that was 3D pieces as well. It's a little bit different, it's smaller, there's more layers to it, but it's surrounding this contest. And I don't know, I had an idea in my head. The theme for the contest was underwater adventure, I believe. I really wanted to do like a quirky kind of piece, and I knew I wanted like a little boy or a little girl in like a bucket or a ship or something, just floating out to sea, you know, interacting with a little fish, but like a whole mass of stuff going on underneath the waves. And when I sat down and I started sketching out thumbnails, I came up with this idea, which is like a village type thing underneath the sea, and you see the little shipwreck in the background, the anchor that they've all made into like their homes, and the school scuttle bus, which is like my favorite part of the piece, you know, the kids going off to school, and just a whole fish utopia underneath the waves. You had that one fish up saying hi to the little boy, so he gets that tiny little glimpse of like the marine life, but there's like a whole mess of amazingness going on that he just can't even comprehend. And for me, it's like all those things that this child could be imagining is actually happening and just below him, but he can't look deep enough to actually see it. And it's just a nice thought, if that makes sense, in a way. I mean, it's sad that he can't see it, but it's nice to think that something so magical could be happening. So going into the actual making of the piece, I used watercolor, big surprise there, for the background, and it came out very dark when I was doing it. I left it sit for a while, and then when I came back to it, I really liked it. I wasn't sure when I done the first half of the video if I was going to use that background, but I really liked the texture, the colour. I liked that it was kind of deeper kind of colour range than I usually do. It was just a nice change. I mean, it's still very much my illustration. You can definitely tell it was done by me, but it's a nice little change. And then I used stamp cards to build on, just because I wanted like a sturdier paper, and I was very much running out of watercolor paper at the time, so I decided to use stamp cards and see if it worked with the watercolor paper, because I didn't necessarily have to stick it down, which is the nice thing about this piece. You can like mess around with things and see if it works before you commit with a stacked up piece like this. And it did, it worked well. I liked it. I liked adding the texture with the tissue paper. It made it look like the water throwing those light thingies that it does. Light thingies. I'm so well read, don't you know that? So yeah, after I done the watercolor and stuff and cut out all the pieces, which I did not record because it took for freaking ever, the video would have been like 16 minutes long, and it's super fast as it is right now, just to keep it down to 4 minutes, because I know like nobody is going to watch the whole video. I don't think anyone's going to get through the whole video right now. I'd say most people just kind of skip through to see what it's like at the end, and I don't blame you, but 4 minutes for me is a long video, because I usually stick around 2:40 or so, just because it's a nice time length and it's easy to get done and stuff. Voiceover wise, my voiceover has never lasted the end, I'm sure you've noticed. So I used the watercolor. I went in with pro markers then for the shading, and I added a little bit of white gel pen for highlights on the bubbles. And the bubbles, which again you don't see me add in because my camera had overheated at this point because it had been running so long, the bubbles were literally just, I let blue watercolor sit in dots on the page. It was nice watered down watercolor, like definitely very watered down, so it gave like a nice transparent look. And I was going to line it afterwards, but I didn't. I just added the shine, and I think it turned out nice. Very cutesy, very children's book illustration, and very much something I love. So yeah, I hope you guys like this image. I hope NeroTM likes it. It was so fun doing this competition. I've been thinking about and doing this entry for so long now, it feels weird to be finished. Definitely let me know if you like it, what you think of it, any changes you would have made to it, because that's always like fun to hear down below. As always, I have all my social media and ways to contact me and stuff like that down below. So that's the video for today. I hope you have a great day. Bye!